Hey guys, just setting up the link right now. So we're just going to hang tight for about 8 minutes or so and play the show. And then afterwards, I will be on in this very, very room with Miss Ellie and Yoko and maybe a couple other people. Sending the links out to the places that need to go. I am... okay, hold on a second. Last time I did these streams, I had music playing for the intro part. But guess what? Today we don't have that. So, just gonna have to hang in there. I'm gonna quit clicking soon, I promise. Gonna make the much loved Instagram post. By the way, I haven't had Instagram on my phone much the last few months. I download it for a couple days here and there, and then I delete it because, I think you know why. Hello, Instagram people. I am live on the YouTube. If you go to Patreon, which is the link in my bio, you will find the link to YouTube, and we are starting in 5 minutes. I'm mostly a one-man show. Mostly. We got Ruben behind the scenes and Dustin behind the scenes, and Yoko is out there somewhere, and Kristen helps sometimes, and, this Rose Haze experience. Hey, yo. Check out, it's Alvi. Give it just a few more minutes. How's it sounding? Does the audio sound all right? You're going to hear me typing every time. I remember the birthday that you shared with me a couple years ago, Greg. It was wonderful. Cool. Sounds good. How does it look? Or does it look like it's coming through pretty okay? Oh, the band. Oh, we were looking them up the other day. It was so goofy. The band was DQ and the Sharks, man. Dennis Quaid. Dennis Quaid. Can't even. We should talk about that, though, at the end. We'll come back to that for sure. In the meantime, I have made myself a tequila and 7-Up. I usually put grapefruit in it, but I don't have grapefruit today, and I didn't have time to go get it. So, cheers. It's kind of interesting. This is the first time I've ever done something like this where I've led it. Like last year I did the Meditation Monday stuff with California women's music, but it was a little bit different. I didn't really show my face too much in the same way. That's fun. This is kind of like an interesting way to spend my birthday, but I always do put myself into something weird on my birthday, so it just is what it is. Cool. We have about a minute here, and then I'm going to fire in the hole. Yeah, Yoko and Kristen and I had fun putting this together. And so just to kind of give you a little of a preview, we've been friends for a while. Kristen and I both have birthdays this week. Her birthday is on 3/25 on Thursday. So she and I Aries out together most years. But there was a couple years where, obviously we were doing other things, lived in other states very far away from each other, and were reunited, right before the pandemic. So throw Yoko into the loop. The three of us, made it through last year with all kinds of goofy antics, and this is sort of a display of some of that. But I think now that it's at the top of the hour, I'm going to switch over to all of that good stuff. Have fun. What's up? So it's like 6 a.m. and we're filming our first episode of the Cunt Supreme show. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, cunts.
Yes.
As you can see, we are all very loud and proud cunt supremes and have the shirts to prove it. So, what is a cunt supreme? Really how this started was kind of a joke, I think. We named the text thread the Cunt Supremes. Then we talked about starting a girl group called the Cunt Supremes, and we weren't really sure how to go about that. And then we were like, maybe we should do a cover of Coltrane's A Love Supreme, but then we were like, maybe that's an injustice to that. So we didn't really know it just became a thing. So one day for Christmas, I was like, let's rock these shirts. Just for fun,
One day for Christmas.
Just, one day for Christmas. So Yoko and I played a show recently, and Ellie, who we're going to talk to later, kind of brought it more to life in a way that it was kind of our thing, but now it's like, oh, you know what? Anyone can be a cunt supreme. Maybe we should tell people what that means. So that's what we're gonna do.
Okay, well, in my opinion, there are a few steps to embodying the true nature of a cunt supreme. First, you must recognize and celebrate your inner feminine divinity. It's funny because, you know, if the word out of context and someone's using the word cunt to insult someone, a lot of times they'll be like, oh, she's a slimy cunt. Look at that cunt over there, you know? And I think when people say it like that, they're just really jealous of vaginas or something, you know? Maybe they have a problem with vaginas because they're powerful. And so like last summer during all of the protests, on the 50th night of the protests in Oregon, there was a woman that emerged from the crowd, and she was only wearing a hood and a mask. And you know, she got into the front lines and she was completely naked, and she stood there, and at first a man, of course a man came up and tried to protect her with a shield, and she kind of went around him and was like, fuck you. I'm obviously doing something here. And so she got in front, they shot a couple pepper balls or whatever those things are at her.
That's crazy. Like, why
Would you shoot at a naked woman? Yeah. You know, like obviously she doesn't have anything but her cunt to intimidate them. And so she ended up sitting on the ground performing this thing called anasirma, which is a really old tradition that goes back centuries of women flashing their cunt to, you know, either signify
flash mine right now.
Yeah, signify that it's a motherfucking battle coming. Or, you know, wield their power against an enemy by lifting their skirts in response to the male enemy warrior. So
that's like some like that's cool.
Now a word from our sponsor.
Pimple Solution Tea
contains root of indigo woad, honeysuckle flower, weeping forsythia herbs, and green tea leaves. Pimple tea has many uses. Yours it's smaller, your tits bigger.
Pimple Solution Tea.
No caffeine, no preservatives, no bullshit. A box of Pimple Solution Tea at your local Sun Hop Ep1.
I guess being a cunt supreme for me is mostly just, you know, taking back your power and asserting yourself in like useful, or I guess ways that will matter or something. Like you know, like as women you're told no by like society and everything. Exactly. So like you gotta advocate for yourself and not tell yourself no.
Like I don't know, when we're told a certain norm or role is meant for us, it's like you almost want to double down sometimes, and there's an aggression that comes with that, and so then the cunt thing gets pushed even further. I just kind of want to like create a theme around helping women who are dealing with jealousy of other women or haven't found themselves or their goddess energy and don't know how to like shine their hoo-has to the world and just power through a male. It's changing, but it's still I would say it's a man's world, right?
It's a man's world.
Yeah. And that's cool. And I don't want to hate on men. It's not about that. Feminism is about hating men. It's not about like, you know, taking over. It's just about finding a place. They're great desserts. I love dessert.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's just more like, it's like taking the cunt and adding the supreme to it. Just, you know, it's like a gracious way of
asserting dominance in your life and just being a powerful goddess energy. And like I said before, men can be cunt supremes too. And we definitely encourage that.
Yeah. So yeah, I really actually like this phrase that we've come up with, the cunt supreme, and I think there's a couple examples of modern women that, you know, we look up to and we would kind of consider to be cunt supremes. So I don't know if you want to talk about that.
I like Cher. We all like Cher.
Oh yeah.
Esquire magazine will feature her in its annual Women We Love issue, and the feeling's mutual. You said a man is not a necessity, a man is a luxury, like dessert.
Yeah. A man is absolutely not a necessity.
Did you mean that to sound mean and bitter?
Oh, not at all. I adore dessert. I love men. I think men are the coolest. But you don't really need them to live. My mom said to me, you know, sweetheart, one day you should settle down and marry a rich man. And I said, Mom, I am a rich man. You know, my experience with men is great because I pick them because I like them. I don't need them.
We like Britney Spears a lot.
Yes.
We think she's a fucking mega cunt supreme. That's it. On that. Anyone else?
Totally. We could mention Sister Rosetta Tharpe. She was kind of known as the godmother of rock and roll, and she was, you know,
She was cool, apparently.
pretty amazing. She was one of the first people to use distortion with electric guitar in kind of like gospel rock music. And so, of course, a bunch of men stole her idea, such as Eric Clapton,
It's
Jeff
always
Beck,
Eric.
and Keith Richards. And so, you know, of course, a woman created rock and roll. What a surprise, you know? So anyways, cheers to her and
Fuck yeah, Rosetta Tharpe.
Sister Rosetta Tharpe.
Okay, so bringing it where this is going with the Patreon thing. I created a Patreon a while ago. And I actually would do implied nudes in the jungle.
Oh yeah.
As like I said, a social experiment, and also as a way to empower my own, you know, whatever I was going through out there. And it felt really comfortable out there to do. And so I had a few patrons that supported me. And at a certain point I just realized that I just didn't want to do it anymore. It made me think about music and how much sex. It's if I feel like I want to show parts of my body, I can totally do that and not feel bad about it. But I shouldn't feel any pressure to sell records based on my body image. Mm-hmm. And there was definitely a tug and pull most of my music career. I would say probably all of us have felt that. So I definitely think it's interesting now to have a Patreon with music, and it's definitely a lot harder to get people to pay attention.
Okay, enough of that. So, as a Cunt Supreme gang, we bring to you a day in the life which includes skating, music, and the burn book. Yes, like in Mean Girls. Except, unlike mean cunts, we burned the book like Cunt Supremes would, as good witches, letting go of the people who hurt us, burning their awful deeds against us, sending them love and honoring forgiveness, and celebrating our release of the trauma, fireside, at the insanely windy ocean beach.
Cunt. Cunt.
Supreme.
Hey guys, it's me. People know me as Rose. Other people know me as Kate or KT. Rose is a moniker, right? Got my Cunt Supreme shirt on, fresh out of the shower. I had this on before I took a shower. I took a shower and I put it back on because it's awesome. And I started my period yesterday. Talk about Cunt Supreme. Anywho, that's part of being a woman. I'm very excited to introduce Ellie to you, if you don't already know her. And if you're here for her, wonderful. She has become a good friend of mine. And I won't go into too much detail about she and I, but I just have a lot of respect for her, and she pretty much brought Cunt Supreme to life. She hosted a show, she invited us to play the show at Eli's, the live show we did recently. And she interviewed us, and Yoko and I wore our shirts, and she of course asked about it, and I honestly was not ready for that question. And you know, it made me think about it more deeply, and really, you know, that's kind of where this podcast theme came from. I wanted to do a podcast anyway, video show of some sort, and so we decided to kind of run with this because we want to empower women. And you know, sometimes we'll talk to dudes. We like dudes. We're gonna have dudes on the show, you know. Okay, so here's Ellie. All of the art, ridiculousness, and endless ideas in her head brings Ellie Stokes to describe her music under one made-up, oh-so-goofy word, grublin. Reflecting surreal, pensive, haunting, and at times silly themes in her music, San Francisco's Ellie Stokes is a flailing dinosaur trapped in a young woman's body, using art to help herself and others heal and transport them to another flippity-dippity musical world, very unlike the one we all currently live in.
Hello, everybody, all Rose Haze lovers out there, all you Cunt Supremes! I'm Ellie Stokes, and I write music under the alias of Grublin, Grooblen, and I also founded the Big Leap Collective, and I work at KXSF 102.5 FM as a radio DJ and on the board there, and I'm so excited to be showing you some of these little videos today for the Cunt Supreme show. I'm really excited to help kick this off. I love Rose. I'm so happy to be on the show. Thank you. So we're going to get started with a little snippet of some harp playing. This is taken at the Greg Angelo Museum and Velocity Circus. We have a show going on right now called Metamorphosis that I am in. I'm playing harp in. I'm a butterfly, and I play harp with a caterpillar, who's this awesome kiddo, and it's going to be really cool. So we just had our opening night last weekend, and we're going to be running shows on Saturdays from here on out, I think till June. So check it out if you'd like to. Here's a little snippet and a little sneak peek, and then following that I'll be playing a little tune called Me and the Galtwogs, which is also taken at the Greg Angelo Museum in the Galaxy Room for the ambiance. Why not? Thank you for tuning in. Much love to everybody out there, and I'm really happy to be here. Yay! look in your eyes, and I look in your eyes, and I look in your eyes, I look and see tiny galaxies. You look in my eyes, and you look in my eyes, and you look in my eyes, you can't compare. There's only one is there. Never thought I'd see, never thought I'd see, I never thought I'd see so much so out of reach. When I close my eyes, yeah, when I close my eyes, yeah, when I close my eyes, I feel I'm drifting, dreaming, rolling, dancing, hallucinogenic haze. You and I are the same. You and I are the same. You and I are the same thing. You and I are the same. You and I are the same. You and I are the same thing. You and I are. You and I are the same. You and I are the same thing. You and I are. Ooh.
I'm still on. There we go. Hey guys.
Yo.
Hey, hey, hey.
Oh my god, it was so fun. What the heck? I love it. Holy crap.
Yay, cheers.
It's so cute.
Cool. So we have Ellie and Yoko here in our Zoom birthday room, I guess we'll call it. We got our shirts on. We're getting Ellie a shirt soon.
Yeah, I need a shirt.
We're getting Ellie a shirt.
I need my official Cunt Supreme gear.
Yeah, you are, as we all know now, are pretty much the fourth Cunt Supreme of the OG Cunt Supreme squad. So
You almost made me cry with that. You
Aw.
legit, like, I was tearing up over here. That was so sweet. Like, what the fuck, dude? Don't do
Aw.
this to me. Not want to put on my glitter. Not want to put on my glitter.
Oh, I know. That's the time you don't. I understand. Like, especially like with fall season. Yoko and I used to be okay. So with your Greg Angelo thing, with the stilting, because you also stilt walk, which is really cool. Yoko and I both also stilt walk on
Wait,
occasion.
Yoko, you do too?
I did back in the day. Haven't in a while, but
Oh my
yes.
god.
On the
That's so
shorties.
exciting. On the shorties.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like I only really did it at Greg's, and it wasn't even really that because I was staying in one place the whole time. So it was mostly me like balancing for my life with a headrest.
Oh, that's tough, actually.
I want to get back into it. Like I want to learn how to actually move in stilts. So, you know.
Well, we actually have Jessica Minshall on the chat was the one that taught Yoko and I, and she runs a troupe based out of Columbus, Ohio, but they're pretty much we go everywhere. I'm still part of them. I still rep the Giants. So
sweet.
hopefully I can put the stilts to use with you, Ellie. But anyway, we could talk about that at a different time. The point is, your show premiered over the weekend, and it looks amazing. I definitely want to do a walkthrough. If people want to find out about that, they can message you or go to gregangelomuseum.com like we showed. And
Yeah, baby.
and
Also,
watch you play the
Rose is
harp.
Yeah. Okay, so first thing, you're the one that inspired me to get into the harp. So this is kind of it's just cool because it's like, I guess you were like, you brought Cunt Supreme more to being, and for you inspired me to actually get into harp. So
cool.
it goes both ways. It's always this is the universe we live in. And two, also Rose will be performing on some shows for the Greg Angelo one as well.
Yeah.
Dates TBD. But
yeah.
check it out.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
lot of fun. It's very magical. It's very like bohemian San Francisco for sure. So it'll be a good time.
Yeah, and I think that with this, the outdoor social distance, idea that's behind it, and something to go to and be part of, I think is really, especially for California, we're kind of, we're still slow easing into this opening of things. So I think it's a really thing to do, and everyone should do it. So.
Darn tootin' peeps.
So what's up, Yoko? What are you up to? What's going on over in your corner of the earth?
I just smashed a peanut butter jelly sandwich, went on a hike earlier. We just got maybe 8th winter over here.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
The 8th went, so
right?
it's not over.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. When will it be spring?
I have no idea.
Please. Come through for Yoko.
No.
It's technically spring now though, Yoko. So you got a winter during spring? Kind of?
Yeah, we got 4 inches of snow last night.
Oh,
wanted
wow.
to go snowboarding today, but it's hella windy.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's okay though.
Oh my God, dude. Oh my God.
So what, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being ultimate pro, where do you sit on the snowboarder scale, Yoko? You're a 6, I'm sure, at least. An 8. Probably.
I don't know. I still fall on my ass.
You're
on Bunny Hill.
You're pretty, I don't know, you're pretty I've seen you climb mountains, dude, so I feel like going down a mountain would be just as easy for you, but I don't know.
I don't know. I don't slide very gracefully.
I don't like the cold weather, but I'm trying to get out there one of these. Next season, I'm gonna get on a snowboard. I did it a little bit on Bunny Hills as a kid, but it doesn't count.
I could totally see you doing that. Getting pro.
Well, we'll do a Cunt Supreme snowboard.
Yes.
Extraordinaire.
Yes.
Or
yeah,
something.
Baby.
Cool.
We're doing it.
How long has Ellie? How long has Ellie been playing guitar? Right, Jesse? Is that what you're talking about? I'm moderating these questions too. There is a chat. I don't know if you guys can see it on your end easily.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah, so I'm kind of using this time to see if anyone wants to chit chat with us. But how long has, I think she meant Ellie, been playing guitar?
Yeah. Name's Ellie. Maggie's a cooler name though. I would like that. Now I'm Maggie now.
I have
That's my,
6 names too, so
yeah, that's my Cunt Supreme.
it's all good.
Name, officially.
There you go.
I actually just well, first it's nice to meet you, Jessica, and the walking extraordinaire here, and I actually picked it up in the beginning of quarantine, so about a year or so ago, and just kind of went from there.
That's it?
Yeah.
That's a killer guitar, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
I wanted to comment on that.
Still don't really know what I'm doing, but I'm just kind of feeling it out. You, you too, Yoko?
Guitar?
Yeah.
Not seriously. but that's impressive. Damn.
Oh, thank you.
That is, yeah, that's amazing.
I appreciate it. Well, what free time can do.
Mm-hmm.
So, there you go. Yeah.
And desire. Desire is a huge part of it, right? I think about that a lot with music. So it's the harp. I had one and I had the desire for a few months. I borrowed one 4 or 5 years ago, and then I was like, okay, I don't have the desire anymore. So I just, whatever. And then when quarantine hit, I was like, I need a harp. And then yeah, I you just, when you really want to do something, and yes, if you have the time also, that helps. And we had plenty of time in 2020 to come up with all kinds of strange things.
Right? I love it. I didn't know that you really picked that up. I mean, I got back into it during quarantine as well. Like, it's really dope. What the heck, you people?
It's good stuff. Greg wants to know if we will all marry him at the same time or at different times. You need to be, and where are you going to take us?
Here?
Are we eloping?
Where's the honeymoon, Greg? I don't know who you are.
And what's the wedding gift? Gifts.
Yeah, I want to know the physical, like not the physical, no. Okay, let's take that back. I mean, like the objects. What are the objects? Like, what are the gifts? What are the presents? Yeah, like what's the money situation? Let's get into that.
Ruben will marry Greg, so we're fine. I guess we'll just get each other presents, gifts. Cool. We'll marry each other.
Awesome.
Greg's a good guy. Greg's out there. He's a friend of mine. He was with me 2 birthdays ago, actually. He was my first friend in the Bay Area. Yoko was here, okay? Yoko and I were friends back in the day, kind of, but we didn't really hang out. Like, we were both in different bands in Ohio, and so we knew each other through Jesse, and like we hung out by accident kind of a few times, and like, oh, you're cool, okay, cool, and then we were out here together. But before that, before Yoko and I hooked up, it was like Greg and I hooked up. No, yeah, but anyway, he took me out for my birthday 2 years ago because I had no friends and I was going through a horrible breakup. Which is actually okay, so this is a good thing to talk about. So the Cunt Supreme shirt.
Please.
Just briefly, the real reason this kind of started was because my ex from that time in my life was a horrible person, and he really liked the Supreme brand. And there's nothing wrong with that in its own thing, but it was like tied into a lot of weird things that I had to go through. And so one day I was like, throughout all this experience with Yoko and Kristen in the last couple of years, I'm like, you know what? Like you said, Ellie, taking it back.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Okay, that's horrible. That is just horrible. I'm sorry you had to go through that, but I mean, like,
we all get a bad egg.
Came out of it
every once in a while.
Like, you make your shitty experiences into art and turn it into something valuable, and that's what you did. So,
for real, thanks, girl. And I mean, I think we've all had a couple of those, or hopefully not too many, but maybe one or a few of hard breakups. It goes both ways, but that's what being a Cunt Supreme's all about. It's like, you know what? Ain't no problem. Anywho. Sure, Greg, I will marry you. Sure. The other girls, maybe you need to get to know them first, But Greg plays music. He's cool. Anybody else have thoughts, comments, questions?
Nice.
Do you guys want to share anything? Yoko, do you have anything cool coming up other than Rose Haze stuff? Do you have any solo mountaintop streams
let's
into it with no Wi-Fi that you're gonna
I know,
play
right?
some violin on a mountain.
Oh my god, I wish I could.
Oh
it's
man,
like, I actually do kind of want to play violin out in the snow, like there's like a bunch of like rocks, like outcrops that look really cool. Could be a cool stage, but like it's so fucking brutal to hike up, so I don't know. Oof. Yeah. We'll see, though.
You've done crazier things. Okay, so speaking of Patreon, what actually we're not talking about Patreon. I'm going to bring Patreon up. Speaking of Yoko, okay, there we go. Her Patreon videos are amazing. All of the Rose Haze band will occasionally, put forth a video on their own terms, especially during the quarantine, to kind of keep momentum and, content going, because I would much prefer to be a group than just me all the time, and Yoko comes up with some really cool creative stuff. And if you do have a couple extra bucks and pop onto our Patreon, you will be able to see those creative expressions. And then we've got Raul and Ruben on there, and Dustin's kind of coming on board with some stuff coming up. So, you know, it's out there for the having. And we're going to keep doing this podcast every other week for now, you know. So keep hanging out with us and stuff. I don't really have anything else to say. You know, the Cunt Supremes have spoken. They will continue to speak and play music and be beautiful. And if you want to be a Cunt Supreme, I totally encourage that in spirit and also in apparel. You can buy the Cunt Supreme shirt on my Bandcamp page. It's worth it. And I'm only leaving them up there for a hot second. So you need to act fast. Order now. I wish I had like an order now sign like going across the thing.
Or like a little
Cunt
Supreme.
Right. But
Call
yeah,
this number.
if you I forget, like, oh, you saw it in the stream. It's like rosehaze.com/store. If you go to that, it'll show you where to order them. And yeah, I think they're suitable for all ages.
Nice. Yep. Suitable for all ages, baby. To get like those little baby ones with the little,
Thanks, Jessie.
like, you know, I don't know what they call those that have the little strap at the crotch. You know what I mean? Like
Wait.
the little like swaddler things for toddlers, for like little babies.
Oh,
Cream.
kind of like a diaper, not a diaper.
No, not a diaper, but like I don't know what they're called. I don't know what they're called. Basically, baby shirts with.
Oh, baby shirt. Sorry,
Baby
I checked out for a second. I checked out mentally
I did
and went
too.
straight to diapers. I don't know how, but it's cool.
That'd also be great though. Cunt Supreme diapers.
Cool. Well, yeah, maybe we'll just go ahead and put it on everything real fast and hope that no one notices. And yeah, except us.
The Pogs.
And people. Oh yeah, the Pogs. We are definitely gonna do a podcast featuring Pogs very soon, and maybe we'll have Cunt Supreme Pogs. Why not? Anyway, cool. Well, thanks everybody for joining us on my birthday. This has been a cool birthday to spend with Yoko and Ellie live. This is live. Like we are doing this off of our whim, brain, you know, improv. I don't know, what the word is. Anyway, cool. On that note, cheers, Cunt Supremes.
Cheers.
Love you, girls. Thanks for being on the show. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And to all my audience people, thank you for being here. Hang out with us next time and join Patreon and send us money and gifts. And we like all kinds of stuff. So we'll take it. Peace. Ciao. Later.
Bye.
Bye.